Hello, how are you today? I'm good. I've had a lovely afternoon on Zoom with my fairy godchildren. Let me explain that. I have a part-time job as a fairy godmother. It's my actual title. And I work with a group of future leaders in the Saudi Arabian tourism industry. And we meet once a week and we spend half of our time talking about some aspect of tourism. Somebody's done some research and reports back with it. And the other half exploring subjects, personal growth subjects to do with leadership. So today we were talking about values. And values, as defined by one of my fairy godchildren, are what we use, what we believe that drives our behaviour, and what we do. And that's a lovely definition. But we also talked about the difference between the values that we state and the values that we live. And it got me thinking. I've asked this question of many people. Which are your values? What are your values? What are your three most highest values? And honesty is very often one of them. They can't be ranked in terms of order. Your values are your values. So if love is one of your values and honesty is another, they can clash. Let me give you an example. I once lost a contract for my company working with a client who was talking about all of his workforce and how wonderful they were as the CEO, and we were in a board meeting and talking about how great everything was. But I knew there were some really big underlying problems, and I decided to be honest about them. So I just threw them straight in his face in front of the board. Never got hired by them again, and why would I? There was nothing loving about that act. It was the brutal truth. And at first, I told myself, well, honesty is really important to me. All I was doing was being honest. But when I looked closer at what was really driving me, I found out I was just really annoyed because he was so smug. And he knew there were problems, but he was pretending that there weren't. So I was in his face with it. That's not an act of love. So if you want to use love and honesty together, and somebody asks you, does this dress look okay on me? And they're not holding up an alternative for you to choose, the answer is never, nah, your bum looks big in it. No. The answer is, yes, it does. I particularly like how the neckline shows off your face, or the sleeves, that length on you, or find something. You can always find something on it. I like the colour. Because they're going out that night and they're going to wear that dress, and you don't want your words ringing in their ear. So tell the truth, the whole truth, but never ever the brutal truth. And then you'll come from love, and that's what we want, isn't it? More love, less fear. See you tomorrow.